All right, welcome into Larry Miller Field on the campus of Brigham Young University, the side of the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament. I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and watching KSL Sports Rewine's coverage of the 5A State Tournament. Our morning matchup. It's a loser bracket game between the Orem Golden Tigers and the Jordan Beetdiggers. Again, I misspoke yesterday in our first game. We have our loser bracket games at 11 and 1:30. And so our next game at 1:30 will be Brighton and Viewmont, followed by, watch, I think is going to be a great game, which is Salem Hills versus Timpanogos. Our nightcap this evening is Lehigh and the upstart Woods Cross Wildcats, the highest seed left in the state tournament. The 17th seed in this tournament has made it really deep. And going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's go through today's matchup on the defensive side. The lineup for Jordan. At first base is Kobe Carter. At second base, Evan Atkinson. At third base, Noah Gaddy. And at short is Boston Williams. In the outfield from left to right is Hunter Gaddy. In center field, Stockton Mathis. And in right field, Bridger Beecham. And our battery for this morning is Carter Perry on the mound. And on the dish is Cade Nalder. And for Orem, will be led off by Luke Kimmel, followed by Sawyer Slade, Cohen Strickland, Merrick Bostock, Owen Miller, Zach Engeman, Easton Davies, Landon Nix, and our 9-hole hitter, Maddox Lamoro. I want to remind you, we have more streams in this one going on with KSL Sports Rewind. Of course, I'll be here, as I mentioned, all week long at BYU. JT Wistersill doing the 6A state tournament at UVU. I will take over there for the championship series for both 5A and 6A. And we will also have Dane Stewart at Westminster for the LAX tournament, boys and girls, 5A and 6A. And then Alex Napolis is out at the Zions Bank Stadium for the 5A and 6A boys soccer tournament. So everything going on here in the grand finale of the school year and of the high school sports season here on KSL Sports Rewind on KSLSports.com. Of course, we'll have softball coverage will start here soon as well, as we'll be teaming up with KSL Sports to get that all taken care of on Thursday and Friday. Elena still hasn't confirmed whether or not she wants to be on that broadcast or not, but the door is still open. But leading things off here for Orem is the pitcher, Luke Kimmel. And that ball is off the plate. Of course, Orem comes in after the tough loss to Timpanogos yesterday afternoon. See if they can bounce back. Never quite found complete offense. I mean, Davies raked for Coach Carl Hermanson. Hit the ball extremely well yesterday. Let's see if they can find a little bit more offense as Kimmel lifts this one into left center field, ranging over, still going. That's a long ways to go there for center fielder for Jordan, who is Stockton Mathis. That's because he's got the Carbon County legs out there. But Mathis tracks that ball down in the left field for the first out of the ball game. And now coming to the plate, the catcher, Sawyer Slade. And Slade right back up through the box, but handled and all the way to first. Nicely done at second base by Evan Atkinson, who was the starting pitcher yesterday. But that ball went off the glove of Carter Perry, and luckily Carter got it out of the way. So 2 up, 2 down. We go to the 3-hole hitter, the first baseman, Cohen Strickland. And Strickland looks at strike one. Umpires this morning, first base Anthony Preston, third base Ray Reynoso, and on the dish is Paul Hustleby. As this ball hit well into right field, still drifting back and carrying. But nice job of tracking that ball and bringing it in is Bridger Beecham. Able to get back there and make the play to end the top of the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first when we come back. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships. All right, welcome back into Larry Miller Field. Bob of the first inning, and our first time to go through the Beetdigger lineup. We'll go through the defensive starters for Orem. At first base, Cohen Strickland. At second base, Zach Engeman. Third base, Merrick Bostock. And at short is Maddox Lamoro. And in the outfield from left to right is Easton Davies in left. At center field, Landon Nix. And in right field is Aiden Sheets. And our pitching battery today is Luke Kimmel on the bump. And Sawyer Slade working the plate for Coach Hermanson. And now you're going to see this potentially high-powered offense here from the Jordan Beetdiggers. Lead off with Hunter Gaddy, the left fielder, followed by Kobe Carter, the first baseman. In the hole is Cade Nalder, the catcher. And checking on the dugout. And here we go on the hey, if you don't take care of it in the first inning, it's hard to take care of it in the seventh inning. Always give officials the benefit of the doubt on the broadcast. That ball off the dish. And that's in there for a strike. Evens the count on a ball and a strike to Hunter Gaddy, one of the better bats in this Jordan offense. As he finished with that one, something came off there. I don't know if it was a little knob. Was it the thumb? What was that that came off the bat? Guess I'm the one who saw. So he switched bats for strike three. So whatever the change was, didn't work, but first K of the day for Aiden Sheets. So that brings up Kobe Carter, the first baseman. He wears the latter Kobe's number 24. When Kobe was airballing shots against the Jazz in Game 5 in 1997, he was wearing number 8 out of Lower Merion High School in Philadelphia. Lifts this ball into right field. And was retired for the second out of the inning as Aiden Sheets got over there for the out. And with 2 outs, that brings up the catcher, Cade Nalder. Looks at strike one. Nalder on the air, batting .442. And a ball up and in. Count even, and a ball. Oh, he's giving me a delayed mechanic there. It's called strike two. And the 0-2 bounced, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. had walked and scored last night in that rain-delayed game against Salem Hills, a 4-2 finish. And Jordan had the game-tying run on first base as the count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch lifted down the line and out of play, and we will do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ground ball to the left side, going to be taken on the slide, not going to have a play at first. An infield single for Caden Alder. And now the courtesy runner comes on, number 23. Jaden Montoya. So now Evan Atkinson comes to play with 2 outs and a runner on first. Atkinson, a .386 hitter through 28 games reported. And a big swing on strike 1. Atkinson pitched well last night. Came up early runs, scattered a couple more. It gave Jordan a bit of a chance before that rain delay, as there's strike 2. And that ball misses inside. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Atkinson. He does have 1 home run on the season, 8 doubles and a triple. And chases strike 3, drop third strike on the way to first from Slade in time. And that will do it as we are through 1 complete. Still scoreless. We head to the top of the second inning. You're watching the 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com.
Okay. You ain't on my level, then shoot. I can't die. 같은 질투 더 높이 올라와. 공기도 달라. So high. Okay. You ain't on my level, then shoot. I can't die. 같은 질투 더 높이 올라와. 공기도 달라. So high.
Welcome back into Larry Miller Field. Day 2 of the bracket play of the 5A State Baseball Tournament. And I'm not just saying it because he's sitting next to me, but Jeff Clough, I really like the new state tournament format. I think it's great. Jeff gives me enough crap. He knows I would say it if I didn't like it. So, but I do. I really like it. But go from the, if you don't know and you're not aware, we have, first bracket, we have buys slotted by RPI. So you'll play the best of 3 to earn your way to the Super Regional, to the teams that have the buys, the Super Regional, and then earn your way to the bracket play. And then we go to the Championship Series on Friday and Saturday, and the best of 3. So as we go to the top of the second inning, we are led off here by Merrick Bostock as he looks at ball 1. But I much prefer this to the double elimination format, and you had playing games back in the day, and it's a little just like having the 3-game series, because baseball is one of those games, the team can get hot. We're seeing it with Woods Cross, and they have to bear that out, go win 2 3-game series. to get to the bracket play. They had to go through the number 1 seed in the 5A state tournament in Olympus. Just bears it out more than win a game and move on. And then double elimination at the side is Bostock going to get this ball into the left center gap. It's going to go all the way to the wall. And that is a lead-off double. And we've seen outfielders, the routes has been a little bit different. I love to talk to some of these kids about how much faster it is to play on this all-turf field for the first time. Where that ball's hitting the ground, and it's not slowing down when it hits the turf. It is skipping. As we had 4 straight hits yesterday in the Lehigh Viewmont game, where Lehigh got the ball to the wall in left center field. When it hits the ground, it's not slowing down. So following up that leadoff double is Owen Miller, the designated hitter. And the breaking pitch in there, or swung on for strike 1. Carter Perry, the pitcher today for Jordan, and Coach Chad Fife. 2-time state championship head coach back in 2014 and 2018. As that one misses inside. Been a little bit of a drought in baseball for Orem. State championships in 95 and 97. Was not really known as a baseball school for a while. They had that 07 year with Jason Golightly. They got to the semifinals. That one misses off the plate. That was the year that was during the run of Cottonwood. Remington Wilson and Kyle Beverly. And Coach John Hoover. That ball chopped at the plate. Ball and 2 strikes. But that year, the Cottonwood knocked off Box Elder, Jordan Brinkerhoff. Outstanding player that year. And Coach Hollingsworth, one of the good guys. A long-time head coach there at Box Elder. And now the 2-2 from Perry, misses the plate, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here on Owen Miller. And the payoff pitch from Perry just stays alive. Look at the check swing foul ball. And once again, we'll do it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, and runner on second. And the payoff pitch in there for called strike 3. So often those long at bats will go the way of the hitter. The Perry be able to bear down and get that out. He gets the punch out in his first of the day. So now coming to the plate is Zach Ingeman, the second baseman. Caught the black for strike 1. Interesting seeing Ingeman not playing at Timpview. I don't know, long history of Ingeman quarterbacks. Not just Brett, but also his older brother, who won a state championship in 1990 for Coach Chad Van Orden. Lobes this ball to right field. That's a little bit of trouble. Nice job of tracking that ball down. It quickly gets it back in. The runner tags and moves and advances to third. So there'll be 2 outs on a ball that looked like it might get to the ground. And if it did, would have been extra bases. But Bridger Beecham able to get to that ball for the second out of the inning. So we'll have a runner on third base with 2 outs, and coming to the plate now is Easton Davies, who swung a good bat yesterday, with a chance to drive in a run. Offers it the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Davies had 2 doubles yesterday, and doubles and a walk with 2 for 2. Ooh, a slow breaking ball. Could not hold off on it, and quickly down the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Certainly one to burn. Got to be smart with the runner on third. Not score a run on the pass ball. The 0-2 crossed up his catcher. A little chin music. Had a lot of hit batsmen yesterday. And now Orem Tippin always came along. I think we had 4 kids that took one off the helmet. And now the 1-2 does plunk him. Spoke it into existence. That's like talking about missed foul shots. So Davies earns it the hard way, put runners on the corners with 2 outs. And now to bring up the center fielder, Landon Nix.
Now the center fielder, number 14, Landon.
So Nix was. So yesterday we talked about the crazy Orem Maple Mountain series where Orem won Game 2 late. And then in Game 3, Maple Mountain hit a homer at the top of the 7th inning. They thought they'd won the game. And then it was Matt Nix who hit the, I believe it was a 2-out, 3-run homer to bring them to the bracket play. In fact, his dad, he wears that one right off of the small of the back. Look at that, caught the belt. But Nix earns it. Now bases are loaded, but Nix's father, one of the great helps here at BYU. We've had the former BYU athletics family play well in state tournaments of baseball at Orem. Duff Tittle's son was one of their better players a few years ago. But Nick's aboard. So it's bases loaded and 2 outs. Remember, it was 2 outs with just a runner on third. So coming to the plate now is the 9-hitter, Maddox Lamoro. And Lamoro grounded to first, handled easily by Kobe Carter. And Kobe touches first, and that will do it for the threat. So getting out of the jam, had some traffic to deal with, and Perry able to go through 2 scoreless. So we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. So looking for our first run. You're watching the 2023 5A state tournament.
Okay. You ain't on my level, then shoot. I can't die. 같은 질투도 높이 올라와. 공기도 달라.
Bottom of the 2nd inning, and it's Stockton Mathis leading things off. Saw Stockton flash leather in the 1st inning. They're in center field. Talking about his father, Trail. Oh. It's just going to take a second to get used to the different mechanics from umpires. Used to just the side, little pop. But counting even a ball and a strike. As Stockton going to flip this into the outfield. It's going to fall in safely. So lead-off single for Stockton Mathis. Easily the most run his father Trail's gotten. He didn't get that much attention in the Sinavicate when we were kids. Oh, nice footwork in the box there from Bo Williams. And there's a hit batsman. Kind of spoke it in there. I feel a little bad. But talk about how many hit batsmen we had yesterday, and now we've gotten 3 in the last inning. Curious of the conversation here. Umpires are going to come have a little conference. I didn't see what the conversation have to be. Well, I don't think, especially with Orem coming talking, so it's not a retaliation plunk. So when Coach Herbert says the first one out of the box, I don't know if they're saying it hit the bat. I missed where we were here. But if you don't ask the officials to confirm, they can't confirm it. So runners on first and second, and no outs.
The designated hitter, number 18, Colton Austin.
And that brings up Colton Austin. And a chance to get the first run of the day. Austin's going to square to bunt. Breaking ball's in there for a called strike. So we're going to go corners up, middles even. Still going to play the double play ball up the middle. So with that, I mean, your guy on first base should get a better secondary lead. They are looking at this bunt and misses it. So count 0-2. So we're going to crash the corners, and you're going to run the defense. The shortstop's going to cover third for the throw. Try and get the lead man. With 2 strikes, Banton, and the bunt's off. And he does get the bunt down, and it's foul, so I'll bunt it out. That's kind of the lucky part of actually moving. The third baseman went back on that one. He wasn't crashing, because if he had crashed on it, he probably would try to get that to get the out at third. So fortunate bounce, and it'll be the first out of the inning. And it was a decent bunt attempt there with the 2 strikes, but you're walking a thin line, known as the third base line. So that's the first out of the inning. Here's Noah Gaddy. Noah swung a good bat last night. And the 0-1 gets past Slade to advance the runners to second and third. So count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners on second and third, and a chance to really break the logjam with the base hit. Base runner's going to freeze on a line drive with 1 out. Don't want to get doubled off. Make sure it's through the infield. Corners up, middle's back. This ball hit well in the left center field. Definitely going to score a run. As tagging and scoring is Stockton Mathis. That throw to third, not in time, as Bo Williams came. You got to get used to watching the turf field. Those dudes slide like a slip and slide through the bag. And that is a sacrifice fly and the first run of the game. So 2 outs and a runner on third. And they bring up Bridger Beecham. So Mathis, the leadoff single, turns into the run as Beecham looks at ball 1. The 1-0 called strike one. The 1-1 misses low. See if Kimmel can get out of the jam. I'm not checking pine tar on that bat today. This is Bridger going to look to. I'll blame the on deck guy. Gets the camera hole there. As that one misses, count runs full. So 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Bridger Beecham. 2 outs and a runner on third, and Beecham fights that one off down the right field line and is going to get out of play. So we will do it again. That camera well could be one of the safest places on the ball field. Oh, see my guy Caleb down there today. But again, 3-2 spoiled. Nice job of hanging here by Bridger Beecham. Bridger showing his survivor skills. Check swing. Did he? No. Ball 4. Did have our quorum of high school umpires tell me that there is, depending on the rule sets, there is a guideline on check swing. Didn't get the chance to ask them to better explain. But when you have 5 umpires in a room, all 5 of them are going to try to answer at once. So we just let that one go. And when Elaine is an umpire next year, she will give us the answers to the test. So back to the top of the order we go, and Hunter Gaddy at the plate with runners on the corners. There is 2 outs in the inning. Get our scoreboard updated. Gaddy looks at ball 1. Breaking ball missed inside. And now the 1-1. Chopped foul. So a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 lifted well into left field. They're playing a pretty shallow ball, continuing to carry. Gave plenty of time. Great ball skills there from Easton Davies. He tracked that like a wide receiver. Got back there and made the catch. And just a long, loud out to close the second inning. But Jordan does plate the first run of the game. As we go to the third, it is the Beetdiggers 1, Orem 0. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament. Back to the top of the order we go in the top of the third inning. Luke Kimmel, the pitcher, leading off for Orem, looking to get off the schneid here. Down 1-0. Kimmel goes the opposite way, but right at the left fielder. Had to make a little bit of a run. Hunter Gaddy there to take care of Kimmel. Gaddy got to feel like turnabout's fair play as he just had that long ball taken away from him. You're right. These guys have had to go a long ways for some of these outs today. And they played them pretty shallow. So now we go to Sawyer Slade. As mentioned, Sawyer, his older brother Ethan, was an outstanding football player and multiple state champion at Orem, also on the baseball team. In fact, he's in the record books. For hits in a single season, you'll find Ethan Slade's name. He had 50 hits. I believe it might have been his senior year. Also wore number 20 and is a walk-on for Coach Kalani Sataki here at Brigham Young. But Ethan, one of the more fun safeties, and he was on the teams with Noah Sewell, Puka Nakua, also the starting quarterback up at Utah State, Cooper Laga. That one off the plate. He was counting the ball on a strike. They were led by Coach Jeremy Hill. Won 4 straight state championships. And that one's off the plate. So 2 balls and a strike now to Slade. And now the 2-1. Chop to the third base side. Handled, and the throw in time from Noah Gaddy. So Noah makes the play at third. And it is funny when you look at a baseball field, you know it's just from third to first. If you've ever seen the picture of the Oakland Coliseum when it was the Raider game, and you get to see the actual yard lines where the bases are, it's a long throw. We've had some throwing errors yesterday. No reason why I point that out. But you can go look up that picture, and you can see the yard line. And you get a real feel for how far it is from third to first. The 1-0 misses wide. You know, because in basketball, we have a shorter three-point line. Football, we play on a regulation field. Baseball is the same. When you move to 90-foot bases, you're playing on the exact same dimensions that the big league guys are playing on. Count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. And there they are, called strike 1. The only difference is the baseball. You have raised laces. When you grab an actual pro ball, it's like a cue ball. Not much to it, as that one is in there for called strike 2. And even the hitters we're kind of having to get used to the mechanics. It's a delay. I think he's calling it, and then he's giving the action. And now the payoff pitch. And that ball's to get through the right side. Nice job of staying behind the baseball. And that's a 2-out single. So Cohen Strickland able to come through. And that brings up Merrick Bostock. So 2 outs and a runner on first base. That one bounced, but nice job of knocking it down. Count even at a ball and a strike. And the 1-1 is wide of the plate. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. And that's in there for called strike 2. And that ball chopped to the right side. To be handled. Nice job of, well, actually might have gone in there. Ooh. That was bang, bang at first base. And a nice job of not getting caught watching the paint dry. Carter Perry able to get over and cover first for the out. So we go to the bottom of the third inning. Jordan still leading Orem 1-0. You're watching the 5A state tournament on KSLSports.com. So leading off the bottom of the third inning, that's Kobe Carter, the first baseman. And Carter hits this one well in the left field, but again, right at the left fielder, had it range over just a little bit. Easton Davies makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And Nalder hits this one well in the left center field. That ball's going to get down, and it'll get all the way to the wall. Nalder rounds first, heading into second. And it's a stand-up double. Going to come through with a one-out double there for Nalder. So the courtesy runner comes out, Jaden Montoya. In fact, that's the second double of the game for Cade. And brings up Evan Atkinson. Coming in there for a called strike one. And that one got him. Another hit batsman. That's the second Jordan hitter to get hit. We had this is the fourth one in this game combined. And again, I don't think any of them were intentional. High school kids doesn't tend to be the thing. That brings up Stockton Mathis. Singleton scored last inning. Did Stockton. Looks at that for a called strike one. And the 0-1 chop foul goes to no balls and 2 strikes. And this one hit in the left center field. That's going to get down, and that is going to bring in Montoya. The courtesy runner comes in to score. And then slowly getting that ball in was Davies. It looked like he was losing his footing out there. And that is an RBI double for Stockton Mathis. And it's 2-0 Beetdiggers. So Nalder's double leads to the run. And now runners on second and third. And Boston Williams to the plate as we'll have a quick conversation at the mound. As this ball hit back up the middle, it is knocked down. Not going to get the ball in time, so don't know that you're going to have an error on that play, but another run comes across here for Jordan. 3-0 the lead for the Beetdiggers. That was a nice job of knocking down the ball in the infield. We're going to call that a hit, so it's an RBI single. As Lamoro able to get to that ball. Again, not an error, not a routine play. So Bull Williams with an RBI single.
The designated hitter, number 18, Colton Austin.
And that brings up Colton Austin. With the runners on first and second. As that ball to the right side will be handled. Not going to be a play at third base. Nice strong throw. Would have been a great highlight had he tried to run. Would have been fun. They'll keep runners at first and second, and then 2 outs. Colton Austin flies out to right. So that'll bring up the third baseman, Noah Gaddy.
The third baseman, number 10, Noah Gaddy.
As there is a chop right back to the pitcher. Kimmel fills his position over to first in time. But another run comes, or 2 more runs come across here for the Beetdiggers. Jordan takes a 3-0 lead as we go to the top of the 4th inning. You are watching the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament. Top of the 4th inning. Dusty Lister with you here from Larry H. Miller Field. As we go to Owen Miller. The lead off the inning for Coach Hermanson and the Golden Tigers. And that is in there for a called strike 1. Miller went down on strikes in his only plate appearance in the 2nd inning. Big swing on that one on the upstairs cheese. Can't catch up to it. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. A ball misses wide. 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Miller goes down swinging. And just the second strikeout of the day for Carter Perry. So Engelman now comes to the plate, the second baseman. Fouled out of play. Engelman flew out to right. Remember, that was the outstanding play by right fielders. Up all chopped to short. Gaddy with it on to first in time. Probably Boston Williams over to first in time for the second out.
The left fielder, number 21, Easton Davies.
So that brings up Davies, who looks at ball 1. And now the 1-0. And that is there for called strike 1. And that one swung on strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes to Davies. And got him back-to-back at bats where Davies is worn it on the shoulder. So just like his last at bat. That was a 2-strike situation and got hit by a breaking ball in the inner half.
Now that is the center fielder, number 14, Amanda Nix.
So 1 ball and no strikes here to Landon Nix. And Nix Fouls that one off down the right field line. And they count even at a ball and a strike. Remind you, coming up next is going to be Viewmont versus Brighton. Winners of these games move on. Losers of these games, their season comes to an end. And a back-to-back hit batsman, just like last time. Both Nix and Davies were hit by pitches. And that's the second one that Nix is back. So I'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Maddox Lamoro. I churched it up. I'm hearing Lamoureux from our terrific PA man. We're a little fancier on the stream, so I could even add a little French flavor to Lamoureux at the plate. That pitch is up and out, and the count goes to ball and a strike. One ball, one strike, 2 outs, and runners on first and second. That pitch is in there for a called strike 2. Let me welcome intern Jeremy into the broadcast. And the 1-2 fouled off, and we'll do it again. Big at bat here for Orem. Love the bridge to the top of the order. You're hoping Maddox is really, it's any way on. Got to find your way on, get to the top of the order, and let the big dogs eat behind you. Kenny Hang here with Perry has done a nice job of scattering hits and runners. This ball off the end of the bat towards center field. Going to be an easy play there for Mathis, and the threat is over. So Orem leaves 2 on and an opportunity to get some runs. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, it is Jordan 3, Orem 0. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament. So a leadoff single. Apologize, coming in here quickly. So that's going to bring up Hunter Gaddy as Bridger Beecham with the leadoff single. It brings up Hunter Gaddy, the left fielder. Hunter 0 for 2 thus far today. As that one misses. Always enjoy getting text messages and mentions and things from people I know. Jordan Magleby, welcome to the stream. Thought maybe he'd be checking in on his Brighton Bengals. But that pitch misses, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. And on that, just glad intern Jerem is here to run the scoreboard, because that one misses for ball 4. So Gaddy is aboard, and the first 2 hitters are on for the Beetdiggers. So runners on first and second with no outs.
First baseman Kobe Carter.
So it brings up Kobe Carter, the first baseman. Carter going to try to bunt. There's the wrist there. Kimmel got it. Oh, the first, he got him there in time. Yes, he did. Nice job by Colin Strickland. He was on the bag, and that's all he has to do. I thought Strickland was there. Mr. Umpire right there as well. You can have some frustration from Hunter Gaddy, but we had that yesterday. Colin Strickland tends to straddle the bag. Makes it look a little awkward at times. So as long as he catches the ball and it's not just without the ball standing in the way, right? Oh, that's a play of going up the first baseline. But now we'll go intentional walk. Can I say I understand the need to speed the game up on intentional walks, but if you're a pitcher and you can't throw an intentional ball, I apologize. You don't deserve to just give them the free bag. I hate that they do it in the major leagues, too. It just really, really irritates me. So 2 outs. So 2 outs. As they intentionally walk Caden Alder. And a ball inside. Here for Evan Atkinson, the second baseman. Atkinson was hit by a pitch and scored last inning. Down on strikes is his only other plate appearance back in the first. And that pitch misses the plate. Of course, I mentioned that I'll be here at BYU all week long. Monday, well, so we're in Tuesday, so we'll be here till Thursday. And then on Friday, we'll move to the championship series at UVU, where 5A, 6A combine. As we'll have game 1s in the 5A and 6A state championship series. And then we move to Saturday for game 2 and game 3s if needed. We'll have them all for you right here on KSL Sports Rewind and KSLSports.com, as that's in there for called strike 2. So deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here for Evan Atkinson. And that one misses. So full count, the payoff pitch. Runners go. Fouls that one off. Nice job of spoiling the pitch. Is Atkinson able to hang? Stockton Mathis is on deck. And Stockton swung good bat today. Runners go, and again fouled off. So it's Bridger Beacom at second base, and courtesy runner Jaden Montoya on first base, running in place of Caden Alder, the catcher. Again, the payoff pitch is ball to the left side. Not going to have a play short way. Bobbled it. The throw's off the line. Goes out of play, so move everybody up, and another run comes in the form of Bridger Beacom, who had the leadoff single. Leads to a run, and the score now 4-0 in favor of Jordan. And the second error of the day for Orem. So timeout on the mound. We'll step aside real quick. We'll just mute, and we'll be right back. You're watching the 5A state tournament. So we need to take care of Evan Atkinson. Something that happened there on that play. Got him sorted out. I think he had a cut. Got him taken care of. Then Kimmel going to remain on the mound. 66 pitches this far here for Kimmel, I believe was the number I heard. As Mathis goes back up the middle. And Mathis is going to plate 2. He's going to be 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. And now add 2 more RBIs. Gives him 3 on the day. What a day for Stockton Mathis. And it is now 6-0 Beetdiggers. So Bo Williams comes to the plate and offers it the first one, strike one. On the day, Bo is 1 for 1 with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat in the second inning. And the 0-1, chopped to the third base side, and that one's handled clean. The throw to first is off the mark. Been a tough week, a tough 2 days. The throw from third to first for Orem. We had 2 throwing errors yesterday. That's the third throwing error in this ball game, and puts runners on the corners. So runners on first and third, and 2 outs, and a chance again for an RBI as Colton Austin will come to the plate. As Austin looks at ball one. Austin yet to reach today. Had our first bunting third strike we've had in a while. Just trickled foul on the third baseline as that one lifted into shallow right field, heading out of play. Going to be caught in play for the third out of the inning. As Orem finally able to end this one, as Aiden Sheets able to get over there for the catch, but the Beetdiggers plate 3 and extend their lead 6-0. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com. Off is Luke Kimmel back to top the order. Is Carter Perry still on the hill for the Beetdiggers. That was his 60th pitch of the day, which is a new thing. You got to manage pitches, not innings or appearances. Is that ball to the right side? Taken cleanly on the way to the first in time. Yes. Nice play. Evan Atkinson makes the play.
The catcher, number 20, Sawyer Slade.
That brings up Sawyer Slade. Oh, gonna have to apologize. We're having an issue with our graphic. So apologies, that scoreboard, we'll have it updated. I'll keep it here. We'll get that fixed. And that's in there for called strike 2. That one's off the plate. Ball 1. So ball and 2 strikes. Here to Slade. And again to the right side, and Slade able to single between first and second base. So a 1-out single there for Sawyer Slade, and his courtesy runner will come on. It'll be number 24. That is KJ Decker.
KJ Decker is now running at first base. Now, first base, number 9, Colin Strickland.
So Colin Strickland will come to the plate on the day. Colin, he did single his last at bat to the right side. You can do that again See if that approach stays the same. As we'll have a quick visit here from Coach Fife. I think he's working on pitch count stuff. We'll see what we have here. So we'll mute. We'll be right back. So continuing to try to get this fixed here on our technical glitch. 2 balls and no strikes. At least we're not like on succession. Our touch screens are working. We're not down to our 3rd touch screen on election night. We'll get the scoreboard figured out here in a second. Score is correct, 6-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. As that is in there for called strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Cohen Strickland. And the 2-1 fouled off down the right field line and out of play. So evens a count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mitch and Strickland singled to the right side. His last at bat. And that one misses, so 3 balls and 2 strikes. We got a crack on our bat here. Hadn't seen that before. That's the second time. We've had that the second time today then. The knob came off the bottom of the bats. We had one for Jordan earlier. That one, ooh. Up and in, ball 4. So that brings up Merrick Bostock as Cohen Strickland either way he was getting on hit or ball 4. Brings up Merrick Boston, who is 1 for 2. Yeah, you wear it on ball 1, 2. You don't wear it on ball 4. As Bostock fouls that one into the glove. So the count 0-1. So runners on first and second, and 1 out. And they count no balls and 1 strike to the third baseman, Merrick Bostock, who did double back in the second inning. And that one hit well into left field, and that is hit in fair. 1 run comes in. Here comes a second run. Bostock stands up into second base, and it's a 2-run double from Merrick Bostock. And the Tigers are on the board. We say this a lot during basketball and football, but I'll say it again, reiterate, don't cheer for players, or I don't cheer for teams, or anything else we do. We say good games. So in moments like this, you'll hear us get a little more excited about rallies, but we want to see a little more energy into the building here. Owen Miller comes to the plate, the designated hitter. Yet to reach today. Right side. Oh, and it doubled off. Did not freeze on a line drive. And leads to a double play, but 2 runs do come in for the Orem Tigers. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it is Jordan 6 and Orem 2. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com.
Score 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 1 error.
2.
The third base number 10, Noah Gaddy.
So Noah Gaddy will lead things off for the Beetdiggers as he looks at ball 1. And he looks at ball 2. Gaddy reached on a walk his last at bat. He fouls that one out of play. Moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Oh, he got it. Oh, man, I thought that ball was going to get into the bullpen. I was checking something else out, and Gaddy is retired on an outstanding effort in right field by Sheets. Aiden Sheets using the padding on the bullpen to pull that one in. So, bottom of the 5th inning. We get our stuff all figured out here with 1 out. And a 2-0 count here for Kobe Carter. And Carter, that is fair. Just inside the third baseline. And Carter going around, or pardon me, this is Bridger Beacom. And Beacom able to get in to second with a stand-up double.
Can I get the official pitch count for you, Kimmel? 77. 76? 77. 77.
The left fielder, number 8, Hunter.
So down to the top of the order, and Hunter Gaddy. I apologize. That first foul ball out was Noah Gaddy, and then Bridger Beacom with the double. And now the top of the order, and Noah Gaddy lifts this one in the shallow left field. Whoa, takes that over the shoulder. That's got to be a left fielder ball. I don't care what the shortstop says. That is outside man's baseball. It's been a lost thing even in the major leagues. You see it too. Outside man's ball. The left fielder's right there to make the catch. Easton Davies has got to take control of that. But nice catch, nice play made there in short left field there by Lamoro. Able to track that down. Absolutely, and able to track the ball. That's in there for a called strike 1. Here on Kobe Carter. So no balls and 2 strikes. This ball to the left side. Taken by Lamoro on his way to first. Nice job of working the hop there. Dug by Strickland. And that will do it for the inning. So got a little loud there for a minute there by the Beetdiggers. But Orem able to get out of the inning without giving up any runs. So we go to the top of the 6th inning. And it is Jordan leading 6-2. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com.
level than shoot. I can't die. 똑같은 질투 더 높이 올라와. 공기도 달라. So high.
Top of the 6th inning, and the Orem Tigers trailing the Jordan Beetdiggers 6-2. It's been a good day on the hill for Perry. I believe he's staying out there. Jordan doesn't have numbers on the front of their jerseys, and it is. That's Perry. So that brings up, leading off for the Orem Tigers, the second baseman, Zach Engelman. And Engelman 0 for 2 on the day. And that ball lifted on the infield. Caden Alder calls it and takes it. So nice job there by Nalder and for Carter Perry. It gives him a chance to work on an immaculate inning. 3 pitches, 3 outs. Just a chance. We had one last year. Reed Detmers in the major leagues had an immaculate inning. Quite the year. Had an immaculate inning and a no-hitter last year. As I mentioned before, one night doesn't change anything in your career. Reed struggled with but guys in 2-strike counts. Give him a lot of hits, up 0-2. Stuff he's got to work on. As Davies fouls that one off. And now the 0-1. Fouls that one back to the screen. Counts 0-2. As I'm sure everybody on this stream are all Angels baseball aficionados like myself. But, you know, while I have the microphone, you will listen to what I have to say. So now no balls and 2 strikes. And that ball bounced. One to burn there, up 0-2. Easton Davies has been hit in both the bats. He's been hit by a pitch. He and Landon Nix, who's on deck, have both worn it on the shoulder in their 2 plate appearances. Fouls that one off down the third base line. And we'll stay at a ball and 2 strikes. As I mentioned yesterday, Easton was 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. An Orem's game against Timpanogos. And now the 1-2 from Perry. Swung on, strike 3. And for Perry, that is his 3rd K of the day. He has pitched to contact. He's lived in the zone, let his guys work behind him. Hasn't had to be he's not overpowering with this stuff. He's got to hit his spots and able to get 3 Ks on the day. And that brings up Landon Nix, the center fielder, with 2 outs and nobody on. As that one misses up and in. Again, hope you're enjoying the spring championship game, your state tournament coverage. We've got you covered from every thing we can here at KSL Sports. That ball goes out of play. Of course, KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships in the state of Utah. So with KSL Sports Rewind, I'm here. JT Wistersill at the 6A tournament. Dane Stewart at lacrosse. And Alex Napolis hanging out at the soccer state championships. As we almost got someone on the comeback trail off the wall. But we do the grand finale to close out the year, and then we get ready for football season. We're excited to show you all the stuff we've got worked up for the fall. As that's in there for a called strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Perry in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and it's all Beetdiggers leading 6-2 on Orem. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com.
Okay. 아끼는 다 무슨 질투도 높이 올라와 공기도 달라
And welcome back inside Larry Miller Field. Dusty Litster with you. With Addison running the camera and now intern Jaron running the scoreboard. Trying to free up my brain a little bit here as we get one pitch. And that'll be it for Kimmel. Yeah, he's a senior. It'll be a final time coming off the hill. You don't forget your last games. You really don't. As Luke Kimmel will come off. He's not going to stay in the field. He'll be done. The leadoff man and the pitcher today for the Orem Tigers as his high school baseball career comes to a close. That's the great thing about team sports. Your guys will always be your guys. Your teammates will always be there. No matter how old you get, as soon as you text or you start talking, it's like you become 18 all over again. You remember all the stories and all the things. We'll talk about some games. Usually it's stories, it's bus trips, it's stuff that happens in the dugout. It's your coach losing his mind in Bozeman, Montana. Whatever it is, you always think of that stuff. And a nice moment to see even Jordan fans up clapping off Luke Kimmel. So Blake Brotherson will come in relief of Luke Kimmel. And we'll just go ahead and mute so you don't have to hear me blabber on. So our new pitcher, Blake Brotherson, as he'll inherit a 1-0 count with Caden Alder. Alder is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. And has also scored 2 runs. Last at bat, he reached on an intentional walk and scored. As that one finds the outer part of the plate for strike 1. And the 1-1, strike 2. And the 1-2. And that one's a little down and away. He was the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, big swing on the 2-2. Breaking ball. Got him. And Alder retired for the first out of the inning. As that's now going to bring up the second baseman, Evan Atkinson.
Number 21, Evan Atkinson.
As Atkinson looks at strike 1. Evan scored 2 runs today. Was hit by a pitch in the 3rd and scored. Reached on an error in his last at bat in the 4th. As he fouls that one back to the screen, and the count now quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. The last night's starting pitcher in the game against Salem Hills. We're going to see Salem Hills and Timpanogos at 4:30 today. As Atkinson will hang in there with a foul ball. Coming up next, Viewmont and Brighton. As that pitch misses. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2. Will stay here as he's able to stay alive. The foul ball. And the 1-2. Wide of the plate. Chopped to short. Oh, Lamoro mishandled that ball, so it'll be E6. Back-to-back at bats, reaching on an error from the shortstop. So a man aboard with 1 out. And again, the thing of playing on the all-field turf, it's true hops, but man, they're fast hops too. Because that's going to bring up Stockton Mathis. And we'll have a pinch runner. Guys earning their letter today. Oh, never mind. Jade Montoya runs for Caden Alder. He's able to run here as long as he's a courtesy runner. So Jada Montoya going to come into courtesy run. I'll wait for my scorecard to come in from Jeff Clough when we're done. Has this been quite the day for Stockton Mathis? Right now, Stockton Mathis is certainly the leading vote getter for our Heidemann Associates Player of the Game. Mathis 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs and a run scored. And also has a couple good plays flashing the leather in center field. Bounced it. Montoya is in there. Lamoro tried to apply the tag, didn't get it. Is Montoya able to take it on the bounce ball? So now a duck on the pond here for Stockton Mathis. Another one on this turf. It probably plays back on the bag. It bounces right to him. Right? Not going to catch him. Right. So now the 1-0. Misses down and in. So count 2 balls and no strikes here to Stockton Mathis. Now ball lifted into right field. Going to hang up a little bit of a crosswind. Going to advance the runner Montoya. Going to tag and take third. No throw. So Mathis retired for the first time today. Does advance the runner, however. So runner on third and 2 outs for Bo Williams.
Yeah.
And of course, anytime Jordan's here, we get a chance to talk about it. We'll be back for one more game, most likely right now. Get a chance to talk about one of the more fun state championship games. Was the 2007 state championship with Taylorsville and Jordan. Taylorsville hit the ball at the top of the wall, and it bounced and hung up. As Jordan claimed their first ever state championship in baseball in school history back in 2007. Garrett Nash, Cody Raymond, Mason Kruger. It was a fun team. But I always remember is that ball hitting the top of the wall and just bouncing. There's people claiming that it hit the tree behind and had to hurry and run down. Blake Jensen was here as his son was the one to hit the ball. Asked him, is that ball the pass ball to the wall? And it's going to bring in Montoya. And Montoya scores his 3rd run of the day as a courtesy runner. It's a solid usage rate. Scored 3 runs and 4. I'll go. Try to think of the right term here. Base appearances. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And chop to short. Lamoro up with it on the short hop. And that ball's off the mark to first. So going to reach on the air, extend the inning. Going to take second on the throw. And a little bit of the unraveling here of Orem here in the last couple innings. But left side of the infield has struggled throwing that ball to first base in the last 2 days. That's a tough one. So going to reach on the air. And that's going to bring up Colton Austin, the designated hitter. So Austin lifts this one. Oh, almost able to pull that off was with Slade. That's a tough one. You get right up to that screen, and that is as close as it gets. I mean, that's a razor's edge of what side of the screen is going to go on. Right, as soon as it touches it. And then try to catch it with another mitt on. So no balls and one strike. And a ball foul out of play here for Colton Austin. So no balls and two strikes to Colton. Yet to reach today. Hits that one softly to third, and that ball's handled for the third out of the inning by Merrick Bostic. But another run comes across here for the Beetdiggers as we go to last ups time for the Orem Tigers. It's 7-2. Jordan leads Orem. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com. Top of the seventh inning. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for Coach Hermanson. And the Tigers down their final half inning of the baseball season. Looks at ball one. Maddox Lamoro, the shortstop. As we'll have a pretty normal turnaround if this game ends here in the top of the seventh. Next game slated to start at 1:30. That one misses down. So Perry looking for the complete game, and it's a 3-0 count here to Lamoro. That's in there for called strike. So 3 balls and 1 strike here to Lamoro. And Kimmel will re-enter to get the last at bat. As that 3-1 pitch grounded up the middle, taking on the backhand. The throw to first offline, and that'll be an infield single.
In the center fielder, number 6, Luke Kimmel.
And that's a called strike here on Luke Kimmels. We're at the top of the order. And that one off the plate. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. That was well off the plate. When fans are to the left of the plate, you can't really see it. And now the 2-1 to Kimmel. Outside as well. Luke yet to reach today from the plate. Grounded out his last time up, flew out to left, flew out to center. And now the 3-1. That ball lifted in the shallow left field. Left fielder did not see it. We know it's a tough time of the day for that. It is ranging out from the shortstop position to get that ball. Was Boston Williams. And that is out number 1. But we saw yesterday, for the next little bit, the sky's pretty glassy. Guys have a hard time, especially in left field, seeing the ball off the bat. I'm interested to see what it'll do in the next game, for certain. And it was game 2 yesterday. We had a lot of the issues. So a runner on first and 1 out as Sawyer Slade looks at strike 1. Slade singled and scored his last time up in the 5th inning. Done a nice job on the dish. That ball off the plate. And that one misses wide as well. So the count goes to 2-1. Back into the screen. As the ball hit well by Slade in the left field. Not carrying, however, and getting underneath it for the out is Hunter Gaddy. As you continue to see, from our vantage point, we're a little more elevated. UVU will be on Friday. We're a little closer to the field, so the ball leaves. We get a better read on it. But being higher, and that ball was first hit, it's like, wow, that's up there. But it's just not going to carry. So 1 ball and no strikes. And that one misses up and in as well. That ball hit well in the left field. Is going to get down. You see it when you square it up. The ball gets a little more top spin on it. And it finds the grass, so a 2-out single for Cohen Strickland as he extends the season for Orem. Getting back to that 2020 baseball tournament where Orem was trailing by, it was quite a deficit, and they played a bunch of runs. A lot of it was on walks. He hit a grand slam to tie the game and maybe even take the lead, and then end up losing that ball game. And they did it in the 7th. I believe that was the top of the 7th inning. And Bach, dropped the ball on the rubber. So advance the runners to second and third. So no, just advance the runners. So on a Bach with runners on, we advance the runners. If the bases were empty, then we'd be a ball. So stepping in now, Merrick Bostic. And Bostic looks at strike 1. Perry looking to try to get through a complete game and advance his Beetdiggers. Win this game to come back and play at 11 o'clock tomorrow. And the 0-1. Check swing at the plate. They call it down there, yes. So the count now 0-2. Orem down their final strike of the season. He's looking to square something up, score 2 runs. Outfield shading to the left side. And now the 0-2. Fastball wide. And a count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 2 on. Lift it out of play, and we'll do it again. We'll have a crazy couple days when the softball tournament moves here from the Cottonwood complex. We'll have baseball games and a softball game going back to back. Oh, it was only 1 ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Deuce is not wild. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the 1-2. Swung on, strike 3, and Jordan advances in the 5A state tournament with a 7-2 win over the Orem Tigers. Congratulations, Coach Carl Hermanson at Orem, an outstanding super regional against Maple Mountain. They had that crazy Game 2 and Game 3, and able to earn their way to Larry Miller Field. But congratulations to them on an outstanding year. And again, it's Jordan advancing in the 5A state tournament. We'll be back here tomorrow at 11. Next game come up at 1:40. But before we close up shop, we'll give out our Heidemann Associates Players of the Game. Of course, we're going to go in with the pitching performance of Carter Perry. Goes a complete game, getting up 2 runs, gets the win, scatters those 2 runs on 6 hits. Does an outstanding job of controlling the traffic. But then for our offensive performance, we're going to go none other than Stockton Mathis. Mathis goes 3 for 4 with a run scored and 3 runs driven in, 3 RBIs for Stockton Mathis, our Heidemann Associates Player of the Game, along with the pitching performance from Carter Perry. We'll be back here at 1:40 for the Viewmont versus Brighton game right here at Larry Miller Field. For Addison Grayson and interim Jaron Mulford, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 2023 5A State Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships.